Hey
Hey
guys.
guys.
That's staying in. Hey guys, welcome to the Cosmic Panel, where today we wanted to talk to you guys. We were luckily able to attend an advanced screening of The Flash. So we were able to actually watch the movie significantly earlier than most people.
And
Hopefully,
it
this
was
review is,
free.
and it was free. That was really nice.
We didn't have to support a criminal.
Yes. So we got to watch this in May, near the end of May. So significantly ahead of a time. So hopefully this is coming out near the date of the movie release or the weekend after. But just also pointing out that they did state to us that some visual effects were incomplete, and we had no post credit scene. So if Doctor Doom himself came down and just teabagged Batman in the post credit scene, sorry, we didn't see that. Just giving that
They
as a
just
heads
said
up.
it wasn't finished in general, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, and there were definitely some rough stuff, but I think the worst of it was just the CGI. But surprisingly, this film was actually pretty fun.
Yeah, honestly, it's a miracle this film is as good as it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's talk about some of the characters. Let's address the elephant in the room, Ezra Miller.
Um, surprisingly, I didn't hate them as the Flash. I thought they did a pretty decent job of having this, very scatterbrained, on the go personality for Barry. And I thought there were a lot of very Flash faithful moments in this film.
Yeah. I especially loved their portrayal of the younger version of themselves. I love seeing like the difference between just a couple years can make in one person. And I think Ezra really did portray that very well. Um, By the way, just fully advice. This is full spoilers, so we're going to be discussing. If you have not watched this film, go and watch it or whatever, or just hear us talk about it. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Anyway, I just want to say that, and plus his portrayal of the ending villain, who we know is just the younger Barry, but if he just kept going. So yeah, I thought it was decent. I really liked Ezra Miller's performance during I think key moments. I didn't really like as much them bouncing back and forth between each other, like the two Ezras, the two
Okay.
Barrys. At times, it felt very rough,
Okay.
which is fair because I mean, technically, they're not acting in front of each other; it's one person. Um, but it definitely could be felt at times. I think the best time where you couldn't feel it was when they were with Barry's friends in the bedroom, and they were all like talking and like having like a completely separate conversation while Barry, like the older Barry, was like piecing everything together. Like that
Yeah.
felt like, oh, okay, this is easy. This felt more natural than in comparison to when it's just the two Barrys talking to each other.
Right.
But yeah, it was a good performance. I still don't think it's everything I want Barry to be. Um,
No, definitely not.
Barry is a little bit too weighed down, and I think that's kind of the point of this film. Um, Barry Allen, at least the Flash, is supposed to represent like hope, simple as that. Hope for a better tomorrow, hope for a better future. So at times it didn't feel like that character really encompassed that, but I feel like maybe the ending kind of shows that. And also, I felt the ending like right after the time travel thing, it felt like it cut to like the court case way too quickly. I felt like we were missing like at least like 5 minutes in between that.
Yeah, a little bit. But I was just overall very surprised that the movie decided to start in the Justice League, universe that we knew. I was surprised to see so much Ben Affleck Batman,
That was
uh,
actually fun though.
to see Wonder Woman. Yeah, I was just very surprised that they really did want to put it in this universe to start. But obviously they moved out of that. But in general, just very odd that they, you know, decided to still end up with Ezra as Flash, first of all,
Yeah.
and second of all, to bring him back to his main timeline, but just there's some things that are going to be changed, so really it's not the main timeline. So I don't know.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird, especially if there's going to be any more Wonder Woman or Shazam stuff. Hopefully there won't be, but just if they're going to go forward with that, it wasn't really as much of a clean reset as I thought it was going to be. Basically, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. I told Elias that what I kind of hoped for before the movie ended was Barry running, and then the screen fades to white. And I kind of thought that would be it. I wasn't expecting them to actually show any of the new DC universe. Like, it felt
Right.
weird to see any
Leave
of
it
it at
open
all.
ended. Leaving it very
Yeah.
open ended. Yeah.
Um, I did find it funny when I thought for a second they were gonna actually show Bruce Wayne, like the new actor, and I was like, no way did they get this like cast already? And then they didn't, and I was like, okay, cool.
I wonder who did his voice though at the end there.
We'll probably find out. By the time this video goes up, I'm sure there's like 1,000 theories.
Yeah. Right.
Or like probably someone has sampled it and figured out it was like Jensen Ackles, which who
Yeah.
I think is in the run like lead for being the Batman.
Yeah.
Which I think honestly works because Jensen Ackles is honestly fits the part of like a grizzly Batman, but not too old Batman, you know?
Yeah.
Plus he's voiced Batman in the animated universe.
But yeah, surprisingly fun movie. There were a lot of cool sequences to show off Barry's speed.
Yeah.
I liked the focus on some of the minute details of the Flash. Having to eat because he has a really advanced metabolism. They, put a big emphasis on that, which had a lot of fun comedy moments as a result. They had the actual visual explanation of the phasing,
Yeah, that
which
was
is
so
definitely a highlight of the film. Just stuff like that where they're actually going into how does the Flash work? How does he run?
cool. Yeah. Also we got to see Barry's the way he got his powers. Not exactly the original origin, but we enough that like you don't have to see the original now. You understand what happened. I also loved the attention to detail, like the clothes burn off, which is why they have to wear the suits. The electricity discharge,
Yeah, that
like
was another one.
you have to complete the circuit.
Yeah.
Like all these little minute details, which are like the side effects of being able to have these abilities. It's not like these abilities don't have drawbacks; they do.
Yeah.
But you have to work around them.
Right. So that was cleverly done, and that was I'm glad that they paid attention to that.
Also, I found it sick as fuck when Barry ripped off his gloves because I thought he was running away for a second, and then he just came back and just fucking joined him for the Palpatine blast.
Yeah, that was cool. But yeah, so obviously a lot of Michael Keaton Batman and a lot of Superwoman in this. Or I guess they technically call her Supergirl, which is whatever. But Michael Keaton had a lot of like major roles to play in this. They needed someone with Batman's smarts and know all to advance the movie. So that wasn't a terrible thing. I think there were definitely a lot of fan service moments with Michael's dialogue, and but I guess that's to be expected. A lot of people were just going to see Michael Keaton play Batman again. Like that's been said. So I think there was a lot of fan service there as a result, which was whatever. But I thought Supergirl was pretty cool. And yeah, it's pretty devastating, I guess, that they were bound to die. There was no saving them.
I actually love that.
That was pretty
very
crazy.
fitting.
Especially because they're, on the post, like they're clearly advertised as a major part of the movie, and they die. Like that's
Like
it.
there's nothing, no matter what they do. But yeah, no, I didn't really like Michael Keaton as much as I thought I would. He did feel very out of place at times.
Sure.
It was very obvious when it wasn't him. Like it's either body double or CGI completely. Like it was very obvious. Which I especially during that opening fight, I was like, there's no way that's Michael Keaton. Like that has to be Alfred or something. Like I was very confused, and then they cut to,
Yeah.
and then it showed his face, and I was like, that's Michael Keaton. Why? What? What?
Yeah.
Um, but also like I really did like Supergirl. I wish she had more time, honestly. I felt
Yeah.
like her character with a couple more moments, like seeing humanity, would have been really able to sell it. But I really
Yeah.
liked the fact that she's a character that wants to embody Krypton's best, but she also is very. She has a lot of problems. She has dealt with a shit ton of stuff. She has seen the worst of humanity. She has seen the worst of Krypton. She's lost everyone she's cared about, and that takes a toll on a person. It does, and you
Yeah.
can see that when she's like fighting Zod. Like she is fucking pissed.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why Zod kind of just like I hate to say, but like Zod kind of treats her like a child having a tantrum. Like he you notice that he doesn't fight back for most of it, which I think is pretty crazy. And then he stabs her, and it's like
Yeah.
because he knows he's like I'm a tactician. Like I just need to wait.
Right. He just has to make her mad. Take advantage of her emotions.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Uh, Another thing I will also like, which I think people will discuss, like why was Superman able to defeat him and not her? I think easy answer. He was literally bathed in sunlight for like what 25 years of his life compared to her that was like locked up, and then she finally got sunlight. So like she's on the same level as them in comparison to Clark, who was you could say like supercharged because he's been doing it his entire life. Like
Right.
very different.
Yeah. But yeah, definitely could have used a little more time with her. That's true. But yeah, the only other major thing I would mention is I liked the visual for the
Worlds.
the worlds and the timeline was very
Yeah.
interesting. Showing it as spheres like that, and it was sort of like almost like a stadium where it would go up tier by tier like that. It was an interesting way to visualize that. They haven't done anything like that before, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah. It wasn't like anything like the Cosmic Treadmill or like long established comic lore thing. That
Yeah.
was completely new, and I'm down for it. It was cool. It was a cool visual, neat visual.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, the fact let's talk about some of the cameos real quick.
Yeah, so I don't know if we saw all the cameos because there might be some more in the final cut.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was major cameos. I wasn't surprised. I wasn't expecting. I mean, any of them, honestly.
I was expecting Christopher Reeves. That one I kind of knew going in.
Yeah, but like I don't. I guess they cleared it with his estate, or obviously they did. But I just mean like, I don't think I love
Yeah,
doing
I didn't
that
really.
for dead
Yeah, me neither.
actors. Like I don't think I'm a huge fan of that in general. Like doing the deep fake for like a passed away actor. Like I don't think that's a great move.
There's a difference when you use like let's say like James Earl Jones's voice as Darth Vader. That I feel is very different from deep faking the person. It's after they're dead. It doesn't sit right with me either. I didn't really
Yeah.
like it, and it
Especially
didn't
when
feel
they
like
had nothing to do with the role, like whatsoever. Like they were just
exactly.
they had no knowledge of this film.
Yeah. Nick Cage being in this fucking movie.
Nick Cage
Them
had
like
more
showing
screen
like
time than any of the other cameos.
yeah, he had a whole fight scene dedicated. Like some person was put on that, and they were told
They went
this is
sicko
your
mode.
chance to shine. And this person went all out in Unreal Engine 5, textured the fuck out of that cave, made that spider fucking disgusting as shit,
Yep.
and made Nick Cage like unnecessarily badass.
Yep. So that was pretty insane.
There was like two more, right? Batman 66, Adam West,
And
yes.
Christopher with Supergirl.
Yeah. I feel like there was definitely there definitely is going to be more, at least like 2 or 3 more
Yeah,
probably
there's
added to
gonna
it.
be more for sure, but those are the ones that we
Um,
saw.
yeah, those are, but yeah, Barry sees that. What do you think of the villain though? The quote unquote villain, the Dark Flash.
I thought that was really cool. I thought that was well done. I like how they set it up, and it gave me comic book vibes, which I was happy to see. You know, that adapted in somewhat of a faithful way.
Yeah. I love the minute. I love the first time you see a Dark Flash, you're like, what the fuck is that? And it's so quick you barely see it.
Mm-hmm.
But then after that, I really like the fact that every time um young Barry runs in, he gets more damage, more damage, more damage, and you slowly come to the realization that this is what that was.
Yeah.
That creature was him.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I love the idea that Barry doesn't know, young Barry, doesn't know how to let go. Supergirl and Batman are dead. That's it. Like, this is a fixed point, but he doesn't want to accept that. Just like Barry didn't want to accept that his mother was dead.
Mm-hmm.
And so it twists him. It twists him on the inside to the point where he's literally about to break everything.
Yep.
And I love that. I actually really like that. And Barry,
Yeah.
Barry not really doing anything to save. Like he didn't fight Dark Flash. Like literally, younger Barry jumped in front of him and killed Dark Flash. Like it wasn't older Barry didn't have to do anything. But
Yeah.
him saying like you were my hero and like stuff like that was like
That was good.
that was really good and also gave me huge Eobard Thawne vibes.
Mm-hmm.
Let's also talk about that. The fact that they never actually showed the murder of the mom.
Right.
I love that. I
It
actually really like that. If you're gonna,
leaves us wanting more, I guess.
yeah, like if you want to go back to that later, we can.
Yeah.
But you don't need to show like Red Lightning or anything like. We don't need any of that. The story isn't about that. It's about the fact that saving the mother and helping the father. It's not about avenging the murder yet, because that's not a priority right now for him.
Right. But yeah.
Anything else?
I don't know.
I'm trying to think.
I thought the comedy was really good. I thought there were
Yeah, the
some
comedy
really
was good.
really funny moments. The audience was laughing their asses off at many moments.
Yeah. Also, the beginning scene where he's like saving the babies is pretty creative. I feel like
I was just laughing because of the CGI at that moment too.
the
But I think
babies were very very bad.
yeah, but I think overall it was just supposed to be like really ridiculous. Like I guess that was the
Yeah.
point. Yeah.
Yeah, I liked that he like aimed for the vending machine, ate, and then everything started slowing down more, and then it was just like, oh, okay, this is fun.
Yeah. No,
It's
there's
just
a lot
dumb
of
goofy
really
fun.
yeah, exactly.
But yeah, this is the start of the new DC universe. I guess they're keeping Ezra Miller. I wonder what's going to stay canon and what's not. They're going to have to tell us in Aquaman 2 or Blue Beetle.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if hopefully none of the Snyder shit will carry over.
Yeah.
And hopefully Superman's good.
I really excited for Blue Beetle and that's it.
Yeah,
I'm
I
excited
don't
for
care about
Aquaman.
Aquaman 2. I
But,
literally don't care about Aquaman 2.
Yeah, overall I would give this 3 cans of tomatoes out of 5.
I'd probably give this 3.5 dead Nora Allens.
Just straight up. Okay.
I mean, yeah. I mean, if you can make multiple timeline variations, why not just multiple versions of her dead? And then you have like half of her. So just like the waist up. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Tell us your thoughts below. Remember to like, subscribe, support your local comic shop, and read comics. See you.